All right, time for another Josh cast, which I'm starting this one over because the first time around I started saying something that was a joke I'd heard someone else do, so I had to stop that. We can't have that. We can't have plagiarism in a time of no civilization. Because the one thing I did notice is I saw this article a couple of days ago about how there's going to be somebody is suing somebody else. It's like a major lawsuit. And it's gratifying to know, or not gratifying, it's relieving to know that no matter how bad things get, people are still suing each other. I love that somebody right now is huddled in their bunker and they're on the phone with their attorney who's in another bunker going, we can't let this stand. We can't let this stand, Barry. I want this guy in a virtual courtroom in 48 hours. I want to make sure that he spends the rest of his life in solitary confinement with no chance of parole. Here's my question. If this is a long-term thing, what becomes the punishment? Actually, you must congregate with other people. That's your punishment. That's going to be the new death penalty. Is you have to actually get together at a bar with 20 or more other convicted felons and a person who is tested positive for coronavirus. That is now that's the new punishment. I mean, if you're lucky, you'll get out of it with maybe having a roommate. But solitary confinement, oh no. Oh no, my friends, that is not happening. Ha! That was interesting. A little creeped out right now. I'm at a stoplight watching what I believe to be a homeless person rummaging through stuff, getting very upset because he's not finding what he needs to find. I have a feeling it is something to do with he's looking for a part for his bicycle. Getting very upset. He may not be homeless. He may be someone who just has a bicycle. Getting kind of increasingly upset, and the light is not changing, and I'm freaking out a little bit, so I'm inching forward in my car because that's going to help. Trying to avoid eye contact. Oh, no, he didn't have a bicycle. He was just looking for long, pointy things. That's creepy. All right, well, we're going to drive away from that now. That's fun. Looking very upset. Headed right for a park where people are jogging and walking their dogs. Perfect. Boy, this is turning into literally an apocalyptic podcast. This sounds like what a podcaster would be recording if he was watching the Mad Max situation. Oh wow. All right, so it looks like Mad Max has some kids and he's trying to help them escape, and they're on a giant truck, I think. Yeah, they're being chased by a lot of people. It's looking pretty bad. I'm not going to get too much closer because I don't want to get caught in the crossfire here. Man, the podcaster who's witnessing Mad Max shooting up the place, who's saying, "I'm just so grateful I finally have content, something to talk about." It's literally been a desert. You can only talk about Final Fantasy for so long. It's kind of fun to look at the billboards now and see if they're still relevant, given the situation. Can I just say, should I say this? That is the other thing. I'm terrified. If I say anything about the coronavirus that is considered scandalous, I'll be canceled. But the funny thing is, no one's listening to this podcast anyway. People have nothing to do people have nothing to do, and still 8 listeners. And I'm not mad at the 8 listeners. I'm grateful to the 8 listeners. Thank you, 8 listeners. One of which I think is in Spain. Thank you. I'm just frustrated that now seems like there's no better time to get better ratings. Giant line at the Ralph's. Waiting to get in. That's terrifying. Basically what I'm doing right now, here's my diet lately. It's a Chipotle in the morning and a cup of soup from 7-Eleven at night. I think the virus is going to be the least of my problems. That's what I'm doing so far, and we'll see how long this goes. That's my general plan. I get a veggie burrito with guacamole, a little bit of cheese, just to treat myself. just because it's a special occasion. And that's how I handle that jazz. I like the riff about the prisons. I feel like I made some good points there. I'm still kind of basking in that. Oh, I see an advertisement for best new urgent care facility. Perfect timing. Here's my question. They're getting Navy medical ships with floating hospital bed rooms, basically. And I'm sure they know what they're doing. I'm sure they know what they're doing, but I do find it a little concerning that a lot of this proliferated on cruise ships, and now the solution seems to be just another kind of ship. I'm a little worried about the planning here. Putting a bunch of people who are sick together with a higher concentration. But like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to get canceled. I mean, part of me was wondering, well, hey, can't they just turn the cruise ships into the medical ships? At the very least, your hospital room would be a luxury suite. They've got the ships already ready. Am I crazy? I'm crazy. Oh, they're going to do the 2020 census. It should be much easier to do the 2020 census now. Everyone's home, I should think. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? I see 2 people not observing the 6 foot away from each other rule. Because I don't know. It's if you see someone and you know them, how can you stand 6 feet away? Actually, I have no problem doing it. Can I say I'm in heaven? I don't have to shake hands. I don't have to touch people. Obsessive compulsives everywhere are celebrating. For us, these are the good times. I'm reading that there's possibilities. They're finding, drugs that might help this. The OCD people are like, we got to put a stop to that. We got to keep this going. I would go out and put a stop to it, but I can't leave my house. Or I've got to go and put a stop to that, but if I have to put a stop to that, I have to put a stop to 5 other things, because everything has to be in 5s, because that's my OCD. That's how OCD works, by the way. I should know. I haven't. Unfortunately, I have the dumbest OCD. Because the people who have OCD, who it's like I'm afraid of germs. I got to keep everything clean. they're the ones who are going to survive this. My OCD makes no sense. My OCD is not keeping clean. I'm a pig. I don't wash my clothes. I'm gross McGrosserton. My OCD is I'm not going to actually do stuff that will actually help me in real life, but what I will do is blow up imaginary brain tumors, hopefully imaginary brain tumors. I've got to knock on wood. Poo poo poo. Blow those up with mind lasers. That's how my OCD works. My OCD is very artistic. It's an artistic kind of OCD. It's very expressionistic. It's not at all based in reality. It's absurd. I have absurdist OCD. That's what I have. I am the Salvador Dali of OCD. So I'm not going to wash my hands 15 times, but I am going to paint a zebra 10 times. That's my situation. Expressionist, absurdist OCD. That's what I have. Right there. There's this Lamborghini that is always parked in the same place every day, outside of one of the storefronts on Magnolia Boulevard. Should I say that? Should I be that specific? Now someone's going to steal the Lamborghini. Because I'm assuming that one of the 8 people who are listening to this is a carjacker. That's why he listens to this. I listen to Josh Kess. I know he drives around when he does it a lot. He tells me where the cars are, man. I've got the inside scoop. Why am I driving behind someone who's not going fast? What is happening? Why is this person being careful? If I actually go the speed limit, I might get the coronavirus. Don't tell me. I read that on Facebook. Old person who shouldn't even be out right now. Sir, you shouldn't be out right now. All elderly people are supposed to be shut in. All of us are supposed to. Well, technically, the business I'm going to is takeaway restaurant. Not technically, it is. The place I'm going to is a takeaway restaurant. And I work there in marketing. By the way, I will say that I do work at Flappers. Well, was Flappers Comedy Club and Restaurant. Now it's Flappers Takeaway and online classes place. And we were offering takeaway food every day from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you want some food, give us a call. Go to the website flapperscomedy.com and order, baby. Do it. You can do it. So there you have it, and there you go. I'm getting close to my destination now. And I vow to get this up faster. I'm going to go see if the Starbucks is open. Hopefully they are. And then we will go from there. You'll know what I mean? I think you do know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. I'm assuming you know what I mean. Yeah, well, this podcast was about 15 minutes. I think 2 of the minutes were good. And the rest were me, scrambling. But we're all scrambling right now, aren't we? All right, I need to stop. Oh, wow. My commute is normally 18 minutes, nor is 14. That's how light the traffic is. Well, this was fun. See you tomorrow.